Athandwe, sasa ndiyahamba. Athandwe, sizawufonelana kuwe.
That's episode 1.
ingqondo
That's how we close it.
yami.
That is how we close it.
Kuwe
Episode 1, off the bench.
abantu, hamba wena.
We did it. We are finally here. Off the Bench, episode 1, hosted by me, who was always on the bench, Layla, Arrison, and Sin Jazzy Jazz, Sinalo, Jafta.
Came off the bench to international cricket. I think that's valid for me.
It is fantastic, and it is fantastic to have this episode. Welcome, partner. I can't wait for what we can do. But today, a very, very special guest who could not stop looking at herself on the beautiful photos we have behind us. Andile Dlamini.
I
love
think if
it.
there were those things that you see there,
It's po 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 po.
She did it.
Not pe 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 pe.
that was Layla, not me. No.
I started to hide. I couldn't recover. Andile, welcome. Welcome to episode 1. I mean, you can officially say for the rest of your life, you did episode 1 of Off the Bench. Do you like our house? Do you like what we've created?
I like the name Off the Bench.
Yeah?
Yeah, Off the Bench.
I feel
You
like
gotta stay off the bench.
there's
as
so
an
much
athlete.
meaning to that.
Yeah.
But we'll get into the meaning a little bit later on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Something that we love, and we're just going to start our show with this, and this is how we're going to start every single show from here on out, so that everyone can know that when they see this, it's about to get deep. So that the conceptual visual I'd like you guys to see is, you know, when we're at home, having a cup of coffee or whatever, invite your girls over, you cheers to something in your life, and then you sit down and you know, whatever tea happened that week, whatever happened, it's going to get spilt. Okay, so we're going to cheers to women in sport and women in sport taking over the world. Is everyone okay with that? Happy days, let's go. Everyone, here we go. 1,
You
2,
don't have a
3.
choice.
Get out. We don't have a choice. You guys with your electricity.
Cheers.
They say eyes.
Eyes. There we go. Cheers to women in sport taking over the world.
As I drink my electricity.
As you drink your electricity, you're static.
Cheers to the fruitful year. I drink to that. Yeah, yeah.
There we go. That's exactly what we want. Welcome to our house. Andile, we're going to start this off, and this is how we're also going to start you. If you could swap your jersey, and not with Sin Jazzy Jazz or with me, with any player in the world, who would it be?
Ronaldo.
Perfect.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's-
Which one though?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Walk us through that one. Striker, goalkeeper.
It's awkward, eh?
I know, but he's a motivator. He's somebody I look up to. I think when we talk about consistency, we're talking about Ronaldo. He shows that he has leadership skills. He's not a quitter, and I, have that in me, and I see myself, in him.
Yeah.
So I believe that it is capable for me to achieve what I want to achieve, especially with him, with his display of things in life and how he respects his bread and butter. It doesn't matter how many things he has achieved. So for me, I think he's a perfect person I would actually exchange my jersey with.
Well, you've achieved a lot of things yourself, my lady. Let's go back to the beginning, where this all started. Take us back a couple of years ago. You said you're 33. So take us back. Where did the love for soccer come from? Was it in the street? Was it at home watching Ronaldo per se? Take us back through that journey.
It wasn't, excuse me.
We're going to get emotional.
So it wasn't because of Ronaldo. I think it all started in Tembisa, dusty streets of Tembisa. I was, I think, 6, 7 years old. In your interviews, first thing you say, oh, no, I was 6 years old, because you want to be the one that starts football at a very young age. But I don't remember quite correctly. I think it was 6 or 7 years old when I started playing. I fell in love with football for real when I started playing for Mamelodi Sundowns at the age of 13 years old. When I saw Banyana players, when I went to the stadium to watch a football match, Sundowns versus, the so-called big teams. That's when I fell in love with like football for real. Just being in the space and seeing how they warm up, and I'm like, yo, one day I just want to warm up like that. And there's a huge crowd, and yeah, it happened, and it's still happening, and I'm still grateful.
Yeah, and I just want to jump on that. Like, I remember when I was young, I used to play street soccer, yabo.
Yeah.
How? I did, but I realized I wasn't that great. Hence, I went the other side.
There was a realization moment.
I'm just saying. So for me, I never wanted to be a goalkeeper. I always wanted to be up front. You know, when they pick teams and you make sure that. How did for you say that, you know what, I'm going to pick up my hand and be a goalkeeper? Or was it kind of embedded in you by a coach? How did that start?
Firstly, I goalkeeping, I didn't choose to be a goalkeeper.
Goalkeeping chose me.
Yeah.
It was your calling.
It did. My late coach, Coach Brian Dube, actually converted me from a striker to a goalkeeper. I didn't like it at first. I don't want to lie, And then he told me that I need to find role models, so that I make it interesting for myself, because I'm going to stay there for a very long time. Because he was punishing me at first for not scoring, like a clear-cut chance.
Wait. So you got punished for not scoring. And then we said, we don't want you involved, but we still want you on the team.
Yeah.
You can go to the goalkeeper.
Yeah. I used to like do weird styles. Just for me to just tap in the ball. I'd prefer.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Here's the line.
Yeah. I want to do like weird things. But I was still young at that time. I don't know what was going through my mind. But yeah, he converted me into a goalkeeper. And I think I chose Itumeleng Khune at that time, Hope Solo. And I looked up to them, and I fell in love with what they were doing every day. So when you watch someone every day and you actually see, oh, this is what they do, you fall in love with them. And especially if they're doing the right thing. And then I met Khune. But I met Khune when we were playing. It was Banyana Banyana. I don't remember. I think it was a qualifier. And then he gave me gloves, and it made it worse. Like, he just made the love for being a goalkeeper even worse. And I was like, oh my God, this guy gave me gloves, guys.
I'm done.
Guys, Khune, like 2010 Khune, like, I mean, I love soccer, but I won't say I'm like a soccer fanatic. But like, I specifically remember like 2010 Khune and just being like
2010, 2011, 2012.
like he had this presence, right? Like he was there. Yeah, still has.
Yeah, he still has. And I think I'm more of somebody leaving a mark and no one taking over that. It's still going to be years where we see another Itumeleng Khune, because he has left a mark, and he's him. No one can ever be Itumeleng Khune. He has achieved so much, and distribution 101 is him. We all follow that as goalkeepers, and we learned from him. He's a role model. He's like Brian Baloyi. Okay, you can't compare the two, because Brian Baloyi is Brian Baloyi, and he's the first, Yeah, and then there's Khune. But both of them have actually left an impact in this world, or in this country, rather. There's Senzo Meyiwa as well. So they play a huge, I don't know how to put it, but they've actually changed my life as a goalkeeper, as a female goalkeeper. It's nice to see a male role model coming in and supporting females. So he used to do that a lot. Itumeleng Khune, Rinele Litsulinyane Simpiwe Shabalala. They used to actually do that for us. And trust me, that motivated me. And I became a goalkeeper just like that. After 4 months of being a goalkeeper, I was called to the under 17s. And unfortunately, I was turning 18 that year, so I couldn't go with them to the World Cup. And yes, I was still 17, but I was turning 18. And then after 2 months, after 6 months of becoming a goalkeeper, called to the national team, Banyana Banyana. And I'm still grateful that I was given an opportunity, as crusty as I was, didn't believe in
a diamond in the rough.
yeah, I didn't believe in myself at that time. I didn't believe in myself, and I just I didn't understand why. I was in that space in just 6 months, but now I do.
Yeah.
Now I do, and I'm grateful. I was still young, learning a whole lot of things, understanding Gucci, God will put you in places where you actually belong because He wants you there, and
Even when
because
you
it's
don't
your
understand
time.
why, right?
Yeah.
Even when you
100%.
even when you don't understand the reasoning, no rhyme or reason, but you've almost been put in a specific place, unintentionally realizing that
Yeah.
that you've got to make a mark, and or if you're not the flag bearer, like someone's got to be, and that's a little bit of pressure, right?
And it's so funny you mention it because with me too, I never wanted to be a wicket keeper. A coach literally said, "Yeah, we need a wicket keeper," and I was like, "I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
And if you fast forward, literally same. That's why we're close.
Yeah. That's why I came off the
It
bench.
makes sense. No, but I'm just saying, it's like what you said. Itu was the one I think that woke up that obsession for you.
Yeah.
I want to put it in that sense.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, it was getting those gloves because obviously, like back then, mom couldn't afford to pay for hockey and for cricket. So when the coach was like, "Don't worry, here's this," I became obsessed with what was in my hand, and hence I think with your growth and that quick transition, I think you're someone that takes information so quickly, and when you get it, that obsession. What did that wake up that obsession? Like, when did it start where you're like, you know what, I have to be A, B, C, D?
I think when I realized what football can actually do for me and my family, the financial part plays a huge role as well, and especially if you come from a I don't want to say disadvantage.
But no, but it is what it like.
Of less?
Yeah.
But and we've got to speak about it because I think like people look at sports and sports in general, with women's sport being on the side, and it almost becomes, I don't understand why we as female sports people don't want to talk about the financials, because guys, we've got to eat.
I understand that. It's not that we don't want to talk about the financial part of our lives. It's more like respecting. What I'm saying is respecting where I come from, because as much as I didn't have everything that I wanted, but I slept with something in my stomach.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to say disadvantage background. I don't know.
less.
Yeah, of less. Yeah. So as much as I come from a family of less.
Education! No disadvantage. Yeah. We're all advantaged.
Yeah.
Education.
Of less. Money is somehow a motivation. And when I saw the change, I was driven, trust me. I was driven to say, oh, this can change my life like this, and like that. One thing I've always dreamt of was building my mother a house from a very young age and just seeing my mom live a comfortable life. I didn't care about myself at that time. I just cared about my mom because of how she used to walk a distance of like, I don't know how many Ks to work for me and my siblings. And I was like, oh no, this woman needs to live a soft life. And how is she going to live a soft life if I work hard? Because I'm her firstborn, and
That's pressure, guys. I'm a firstborn. Where are you? Where are you? What?
Can we cheers to that?
Let's choose the firstborns. We choose to the stress of being a firstborn. Okay, yes. Yeah, we're back.
first episode, first everything.
Episode, here we are.
First everything. Hi, Bo. First one child. Hey, bana. Yeah, but yeah, man.
We can relate now to
Yeah.
the chat.
Yeah.
We can relate.
Number one. Everything is number
Everything.
one. But yeah, man. So I needed to work extremely, extremely hard to actually achieve my goals so that she lives a very comfortable life. But I only could achieve building her a house after the World Cup, because one thing that people don't actually know is that there is what we call SARS.
Taxes.
Yo.
Yeah, South African
I thought
Revenue
we're keeping this episode positive.
No, it's very positive.
Yeah, it is.
to
It is. There is what we call SARS. So when we got money from WAFCON, there's certain things that we need to pay off, and the South African Revenue Service has to take their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you are left with boom, boom. Yeah, then we went to the World
Post-production
Cup.
sad
Yeah,
face.
then we went to the World Cup. Then I started building a house for my mother. Yeah, then I wouldn't say some of the things. It's better that, yeah. And then I bought my mom I built my mom a house. She's living in a comfortable home right now, and I'm really proud of that part of myself. And it's something that I always walk proud ngayo, and I say, okay, sharp, yeah, I've worked hard. Yeah, I've worked hard, and my siblings have a place they call home. You know, before that, I bought land with my savings, money that I got from our former Mamelodi Sundowns president, who is a CAF president right now, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. And I bought land for my family. It's a very big land.
When are we coming to visit?
Anytime.
Episode 4.
No, she's coming back, eh? We need a part
Oh, yeah,
two.
no. We can take the
easing
studio
them.
to my
So we wanna-
place.
You know?
Yeah, we can take the studio to my place.
Can
Come
we
on.
please go?
Here we go. Done.
Can we please
I love
go?
we're making decisions on the first episode.
I blame Andile actually because she's making us these people. You know?
But you must be careful because, hey, load shedding, that's how it's on another level.
Extreme generators unlocked door.
But Ansi, you speak about and you've spoken about the male influences that you've had in your
Yeah,
life,
yeah,
and I think this is like, Sin, you can come in as well. Like, how much do their voices mean to us as female players for recognition, for potential sponsorships, to be an inspiration? Because I think for a lot of us, we didn't have someone to look up to. So I had to find a male player.
Yeah.
I had to find, how important is it to have those voices speaking to us so that, and then speaking to the public to get them on board with us? Because I think that's also really important.
I'll touch on this. I think for us, where we find ourselves, especially like with the last 3 years women in sport have had, how I used to like look at Makai and Tini running into ball. The future generation is going to look at Andile playing that AFCON final. I mean, we were in England at that time, and I remember the whole team actually came into the team room to just support them. And I mean, that's what that brought. And literally not even long after that, we made the World Cup final.
Yeah.
So it was always like a domino effect of just success. And what's nice is we always bounced off each other. You can add the netball coming in for that World Cup. Then you can add the rugby coming in. They've got a current World Cup coming off end of this year. And I think for us, we always used to look at the male counterparts, Cristiano Ronaldo, Makai Antini, or Itumeleng Khune. But the next kid now watching this episode is looking at Andile and be like, that's where I want to be.
And that's my story too. Like, we want to be relatable for them too, right?
You know, I think we need to touch on Siya Kolisi's character and what he does for women's sports. I think he is a typical example of a great leader, somebody that supports all sporting codes. I've seen him singing for our netball girls, cricket and soccer, and I think he actually answers what you are asking. He's a man that needs to be upfront and actually say, oh no, now we are supporting the women and this is what needs to happen, and everyone will follow because, one, rugby is doing well. Whether we like it or we don't, in the country, they're doing well. They're winning World Cups. And you need such male figures to actually say, now we are going to support this sporting code. Even hockey, we need to actually you see, we are starting a culture, and I actually love that culture of supporting each other. It doesn't matter which sport we are playing. And I think the sport that we actually not actually supporting is hockey. We need to tap into that.
Yeah, and I think it's
And boxing.
Ooh.
There we go. Let's go
here.
fight night.
No, but I also think it's that visibility. And I think for us also as current athletes, we also have to hold ourselves accountable.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to get in the car and go watch you play wherever. Like we've done that a few times with the girls. But when have we ever gone in the car to go watch hockey? I used to play hockey. So for me, it's like, I'll find myself there.
There we go. Is this going to become a thing? We're going to take a sip.
So I think for me, it's also that the more we do it, the more awareness is created around it. How many times have we said, okay, it's not professional, but what are we doing as current athletes to kind of force that
to make
narrative
noise
towards it?
But and that's, I had this conversation with someone, because we've got to take accountability for that now, because we know what it's been. We've seen the hardships. You've stayed at Banyana through up, down, left, right, you know, coming from your background. I'm like, did I walk away from rugby too soon just as rugby is starting to pick up? Like I'm very blessed to be able to be in you know, my profession that I'm in, but sometimes I miss being out on the field, and I'll be dead honest with it. But now I know I've got a different role. I've got to be accountable, and I've got to keep myself accountable to, if I see injustices taking place in women's sport, to realize that women's sport in this country is in such a fragile spot. We don't want it to go back.
No,
we only
100%.
want it to go forward. And maybe we are complicit, and we are just too thankful for everything. And we don't want to make too much noise because we're scared that the powers that be take back everything. But we've also got to make sure that for everyone that's looking up and looking at us, that we keep taking it forward. And that's so much responsibility.
I think we need to have this mentality of, I don't care what you say, I'm doing it. You know, if you have that mentality, it's easy for you to get anywhere in life, because even when someone says, hey, Andile, you can't catch a ball, I don't care what you say. I care about what I say about myself. So we need to have the, I don't care what people say, you know, and start doing it, because I've actually given myself that challenge this year to support each and every sporting code. People now know that, okay, Andile actually likes cricket. She loves netball.
You're gonna come to
she
rugby?
loves rugby
So
now.
let me throw you under the bus. So there she was in Benoni, Willamo Park. So I say to her, she's such a humble. I was like, friend, I got the sweet ticket. She's like, no, I want to be there within. One, she didn't know that cricket they sing Ikwijo, by the way.
Yeah.
She was so excited. She wore my shirt back to front. She exposed me. And then she's like, this is so cool. Also, I want to ask, what do you know about cricket after that game?
What do I know about cricket? The fact that you guys win every game.
Hey!
Bunch of winners.
Bunch of winners. But yeah, I mean, I just enjoy myself. I think more than anything, me being there, okay, I don't know half the rules.
That's what I wanted to know. But
I just know about a wicket keeper and the job of
she's gotta do her job.
keeper. She must just look at the ball and catch it.
would you ever be able to catch that ball coming?
Yeah, I would.
When I you'd save it, deflect
I
it.
would dive.
Okay, so we'll do off the bench outside, and we'll
Yeah.
go.
And the thing is, we've been wanting to do this.
Yeah.
Like,
That
I'm so
challenge.
short to be in the
Let's do it.
goalkeeping post of.
Listen, I would do it any day. I think I would challenge myself with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm challenging myself. Sina, if I drop maybe 10, or let's say out of 10 balls, I drop 2.
Here we go.
If I drop 2, then I'm out of the team.
So
on the bench.
Are you making your debut?
On the bench.
Are you making your debut for Lions now? So you
Yeah.
don't want to carry drinks anymore. You're not on the bench. You want to be off the bench now.
Off the bench.
Off the bench.
Okay, cool.
And
I
if
get
I
you.
do that, then you must talk to your coach.
We have
I'll
a new
do it
one.
as a part-time.
We can
Oh,
keep-
go on, Jesh. All right, but let's leave it there.
But you know what? I just want to switch it up a bit and
The
come back to
switch.
it. The switch.
The switch.
I want to take you back before. So we've spoken about the accolades. We've spoken about
Michael Jackson.
everything. Yeah, moonwalk. Yes. But anyways, I'm drifting. now. Okay, come
I
back.
digress. I digress.
I'm on the bench. I'm going off.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay. Andile for the distractions. So COVID-19.
Oh, yo.
Exactly. How was that for you? Just that piecing all that whole journey for you. How was it?
COVID-19. Guys, I don't like this question. But yeah, I think it will inspire someone else because I survived. There it was just God, guys. It was God. So I contracted COVID, and then after COVID, I had what we call heart infusion. So I had this amount of water in my heart. Yeah, just as big as my small nail. And I couldn't walk a distance. So a distance from here to there, I would fall down. I couldn't breathe properly. I couldn't eat properly. And yeah, let's just say I survived. That's why I'm here. I'm very strong. I was faithful, and all thanks to my team, Mamelodi Sundowns, for making sure that I came back strong. And also thanking Dr. Mukoka actually for coming in my small room in Soweto, even though COVID was the biggest thing in the country, but he walked in there with no fear, and put oxygen on me and just making sure that I'm okay, because I was dying in that room alone. And my mom was like, "No, we need to come and fetch you," and they actually did. Yeah, that week didn't go past without seeing my mom's face. I saw my mom, and yeah, I lived at home for up until COVID was no more. I think I went back to football after 7 months. Yeah, out. So, but I appreciate that journey because I then fell in love with coaching. I went for my coaching badges. So I went for my C license coaching.
Well, doesn't kill you make you stronger?
Yeah, 100%. And I think
Yeah, I went for that. Then, yeah, I came back. When I came back, God was like, I was prepared. I think it's a good thing that it happened. Yes, it was sad, it was heartbreaking, and it was too much for me. But it's a good thing that it happened because it then made me realize that I love football. Because there was a point where I just wanted to stop. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. Like I'm done. But God was like, you're not done. I'll give you this so that you can actually realize that you love this. While I was watching Banyana Banyana play in Nigeria, I looked at them and I was like, come on, girls, come on. I know you can do this. But I'm sick at that time, you know? My mom switched on the TV for me. At that time, we're living in a shack, ne? It's 2 shacks. So they using one and I'm using another one. So alone, one man in one. Trust me, that's scary. You don't. I've lost weight. I can see my bones coming out, and I'm like, am I dying tomorrow? Am I dying today? But my mom actually taught me to believe in something that even today I don't think I can go out of the house without prayer.
yeah.
Believe and have faith that he is there and he will forever be there for you, whether you are going through a lot. So when we say, God, please take away the troubles, he will give you like problems. He will give you
100%.
problems and you will be able to solve them. He can't say, oh no, I'm taking everything. You won't learn anything.
Yeah.
He will give you problems that you need to solve and brains to solve that problem. And I'm just grateful that I actually got to learn a lot of things through that sickness, and it didn't stay forever. I'm a warrior.
I thought you were going to start flexing and showing your muscles.
No.
Well, I mean, you came out of that 2021 to 2023. You absolutely annihilated. You won everything. Then you were recognized as South African Sports Star of the Year. I mean,
bro.
talk about full 360.
Also, that's when I hope that they have like those drip outfits, like on the wall. Hey, man, you like your fashion. Talk us through just winning that sports personality for you.
Winning that, it took me back to that year where I was struggling to breathe, and a reminder to say you actually love what you're doing. that accolade is it's the biggest in the country. And I also won the SADC Sports Personality of the Year. And I think with the SADC, I was like, I was not available actually. I think I was in camp with Mamelodi Sundowns, and it was in Swaziland. And Swaziland, that's where like my like forefathers are at, you know. Yeah, like
Mine
Dlamini.
too.
I think so. I think so. When you're at Dlamini, your forefathers are somewhere there. You know?
They're within.
Yeah. And I won that award, and I was like, won it in Swaziland. It's a sign, and it's a country of Dlaminis, Muslapaya. So
Obvious, I'm nowhere. Okay.
everyone is at Dlamini there.
Okay.
You know.
Found a family.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I was grateful. I'm grateful to my teammates. Grateful to everyone that had an impact in my life at that time for winning this award, especially in the country. It's the biggest award, and also thankful to the former sports minister, yes, Babu Zizi Kotwa. I think I always thank him for the recognition. He didn't only, or yes, they will say, yes, you deserve the award, but he didn't only change my life, but he changed my family's life and the kids that he doesn't know that I support, you know. There's so many kids after that I actually helped go to school, and I'm just grateful that God gave me that that blessing, because that blessing changed my family's life, my little brothers, my little sisters, my mom, guys, there's kids that I take care of, you know, with the little amount of money that I get. I take care of almost half South Africa. And, okay, I'm just being, I'm exaggerating, but it's not half South Africa.
But we always wish we could do more, I guess.
Yeah. And there's a kid that I support in Swaziland, 1, and 4 in South Africa that are already in university. And I'm just, I'm a proud sister, man, guys. I'm a proud sister of the nation.
It's the firstborn.
Yeah. I'm the proud sister of the nation, and I think, that is something that I'm grateful for, because without the winnings and the support from my teammates to get all these accolades, and the support from myself, because if I don't wake up in the morning and help me, you know, train, then I won't achieve nothing, you know. And I think just the willingness to say, I will do this, even when the next person doesn't want to do it. I'll wake up in the morning and go to my actual training, and in the afternoons, I'll come and train by myself. I think that on its own, and the mentality of, I don't care what you actually say about me. What I say about me matters, because after obviously winning things, when you win things, there's so many problems that will come with that.
Complacency being one of them, probably.
It's complacency. It's she thinks she knows too much now, or
That's
you
a
know,
good one.
or whether we like it or we don't, we need to talk about such things, because they do happen. And when you hear such things, you must actually understand that it's God working in your life. Whoever that has a lot of friends is not living a nice life. That life is a lot of
I want to
friends.
counter. So I'm a little kid, not a little kid per se, but I'm in the processes of knowing myself as a woman, one, entering the sphere of being a professional like athlete. Because with us, we only became professional like maybe 20, 21, 22. But these kids, as soon as they finish matric, they go straight into a professional environment. What you just said, for me, I remember like before I entered sobriety, I always wanted to be relevant.
Yeah.
Me relevant is literally
Being out there with
100%.
everyone. Yeah.
But when we come back home and I'm alone, I can't handle that. I can't handle sitting alone because it's too quiet. when I'm quiet, my thoughts go haywire. To a little kid, you just said the number of friends, if I have more, but if you on your own,
Not on your own.
no, I'm not saying on your own, but I'm saying you can count and you can look around.
It's quality over quantity.
100%.
Yeah.
So now, Andile, just say this, and I idolize Andile, but I'm looking, I'm relevant. What is that actual message that you want to share to that kid? Because I get it, but what if I'm looking in the screen and it's like, Andile, Uta mustn't have friends.
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't have friends. I'm saying a lot of them leads to a lot of wrong things. Once upon a time, I had a whole lot of friends and I wanted to be relevant, and it leaded me to a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, for a reason. Because once upon a time when I was a kid, I saw myself losing direction. And losing direction was when my mom told me to come back at 6, I used to come back now at 8. Bang shy. It's okay.
We all got that.
Okay.
We all got that.
They went, why
Come
is this,
switch on the lights.
Yeah, why is the street lights on and you're not home yet?
I'm like, okay, all right, she's going to beat me, all right, I'll be fine, I'll go back tomorrow. You know, kid's mind. And you're thinking at that time when they're telling you they don't actually like you, they don't want you to chill with your friends, but your friends actually play a huge role in changing your mindset, whether you like it or you don't, and especially wrong friends. So we can go out and then all of a sudden you have, let's say, 1,200 in your hand or 500 rand in your hand. And then, oh, guys, how much do you have? I have this. Now you're buying alcohol. Now you're drinking. Now you're doing wrong things. I'm not saying people must not drink. When they want to drink, they must drink, but drink responsibly.
Allah.
You know, drink responsibly. There's drugs. And if you want to be a professional athlete, baba, cut down on alcohol, cut down on smoking. That
Zero drug policy.
Maybe I won't lie to you and say it's gonna take you places. You'd rather hate me. And I'll be honest with you, you'd rather hate me for telling you the truth and telling you that alcohol won't take you anywhere. But it will lead you to things that, one also, poison is, it's easy for people to put things on your drink when you're actually drunk. It's easy for people to destroy your career. We chill with people who actually don't wish sometimes as well. One will pour something in your drink and then you're gone.
Yeah.
So it's internal haters, eh?
When I say gone, not die, but
No.
or maybe
Your
they
career's
take
gone.
one foot out, take. There's what we call rape outside.
Yeah.
But it's envy.
Yeah.
Envy comes up.
Yeah.
You know, it comes back to the point of your friends. You know, they say choose your friends wisely. You never know which one of them are waiting for you to make that mistake.
And I mean, we're not saying to the kids now you must reassess your friends.
Yeah. No.
Wait, no. You did this. But I think for me, especially just entering, because like it's no secret, I went to rehab for alcohol and everything. And I think in that time, I never understood how much it was affecting my family. Because for me, I was living for my friends most. But as soon as I got out of treatment, I look around, it's just my family behind. And I think for me, if I was literally saying to a kid, what do I do? Baba, keep your family first because they're not going anywhere.
Sure.
And if you look at a friend and you're like, you never know. But we're also not saying, if that friend lifts you and challenges you and gets you out your comfort zone, keep them.
Yeah. If
But
your
if your
friend
friend
tells
in
you
the-
the truth,
Keep them.
keep them. If they don't tell you the truth, yagela, like somebody who's gonna tell, yo, bruh, you're great all the time. You're great, even though you know that I wasn't
not
great.
great.
You
look at yourself, you're like,
There's nothing happening there.
And with me and Andile Dlamini, I tell myself the truth. If I didn't have a good game, I didn't have a good game. I tell myself the truth, you know. But if someone is going to come at you and tell you, hey, Shazin, Andile had a nice game, bruh, don't listen to what coach said.
You're enabling me. You don't want me to grow.
Yeah, I keep quiet. Yes, I'll take it. Ne? Yeah, I'll take it. I'm like, okay, sure, bye. But deep down, I know, you're not good for me. You're not good for me. The only thing that I need to do right now is just work on my flaws so that I can actually grow, because one thing for sure, you are taking me 2 steps back with your mentality. You need friends that have great mentality. Friends that will tell you, "Ay, bruh, here's a book. Read." Okay, yeah.
There we
We
go.
did that.
Yeah, someone bought me a book. Yeah. And I think that on its own, that's a good friend. Someone who's gonna challenge you in all spaces of life. When you are an athlete, someone's gonna say, "Hey, brah," even if your friend is not an athlete, someone is gonna say, "Hey, brah, did you go to training?" Ah, bruh, these days when
I don't see.
yeah, I don't see you at training. What's going on? Go to training, and then later you can come and see me. Yeah, that's a friend. Someone who, when you skip training, they would tell you, "I, bruh, you can't be doing this with me when I am not an athlete. I have my life, you have your life." I think you need friends like that, friends that you will be able to speak to even when you don't have nothing, so that you don't become desperate and go to other people that actually would use you. Let me say you don't have even 100 rand. I can't go to Sina now because I'm scared of Sina. I need a friend that I will feel comfortable, speaking to. And I'm like, "Sina, bruh, I don't have 100 rand, bruh. Like, I know that when you see me, you see a millionaire, but right now, my guy, I don't have." And you won't feel shy saying that. And you won't hear your news everywhere that you didn't have 100 rand.
I
and
want
you
to jump
helped.
on this. So there's this perspective that as soon as you go to World Cups, there's obviously all these winnings are front and center.
Yeah.
People assume that we got to figure out. But you just mentioned my World Cup money goes to my family,
Yeah.
whether I like it or not. And now they be like, but it's not ABC. But you don't understand. I always say rather plant seeds where you know that if this doesn't go through, I can always go home to something. And that's what I think the beauty of you building your mom. I mean, you said, "I didn't want my mom to literally live this life for the rest of your life." And I think for kids now coming into this, you're getting a chunk of money. And what's the first thing you do? I did this. I went straight into a club. And
Eish,
I went
guys.
straight into a nightclub. And I'm not literally going to say, "Andienzanga, I did it."
We've spoken about friends, we've gone through family. Let's focus on, the sport in the world. Where ideally, Andile, would you love to see women's football in South Africa 5, 10, 15 years from now?
5, 10, 15 years from now. Wow. So many things that I would like to see for women's football. One, professional league, see a professional contract for each and every single player playing that professional league, winning the World Cup after maybe this 4 years. See women's footballers getting endorsements. Even the ones that are pregnant getting pampas and all these other brands.
Supported.
all these
Everyone's gotta
other
be taken care of.
Yeah, because I see male athletes when their wives get like when they have their newborns, you see the legs of your diapers,
Huggies,
Huggies, Pampers coming on board and just giving back Johnson & Johnson. I think also seeing women footballers at that level, and seeing them getting endorsements left, right, and center, and everyone else becoming a success after football, for them to become legends and speak about the game after football, being seen in these big broadcasts speaking football. And I think for me, that's the wish for women's football. And just women's sport
Yeah.
generally, because I don't only want to represent South African football, but also South African sports in general. That's why I'm starting this thing of supporting a girl child
All of us.
or supporting a female athlete.
Well, Sinalo came in here earlier. She was singing Igwijo,
Igwijo.
but she wasn't great.
Full disclosure, I do not know how to sing.
Igwijo.
But I will say one thing, Andile. When it comes to Igwijo, actually, I just remember to that World Cup. for a kid watching, you're not playing, but one thing I will commend you on is your energy. You put team first. How was that for you, knowing that you did everything for the team and then actually the team being successful?
And I think just leading in song is
Yeah.
like you led in voice, you led in spirit.
And we felt that.
And it went viral. We all felt it.
The Athandwe song. Yes, I lead some of the songs.
That's
and
your favorite one.
and some of the songs are led by other girls in the team. I'm not the only one that brings the team spirit. But for me, I think God has his own ways of putting you out there and making you enjoy every moment. And also, there was so much going on at that time. My name was just all over. It was just, and just me. You see, music is a place where I run to.
Sing us a song.
She'll sing a whole show. We must cancel this whole episode. She'll be front and center.
The thing is, I can't sing alone.
I can't be back up.
No,
I can't sing
episode
alone.
4.
But I would actually encourage. I would encourage a lot of people that love Andile Dlamini that they need to go download a song called Gita, and that song has Andile as NDD on it, so it's Andile Dlamini. It's NDD. It's NDD
Wait,
Gita.
but Layla, on this guitar thing, there's a dance challenge. Teach me. I can't sing, but I can back up, hey.
That's
I
all
will
in
teach
the
you.
show. You guys can dance as out of you.
No, I can't dance.
I'll teach you after the show. I'll teach you after the show because I don't want us breaking my.
So there we go.
Yeah.
But we've had an incredible first episode.
Yeah.
It's been, I mean, I think it's easily to say we could sit here for hours. We could have these conversations.
I want part 2, man.
We want a part 2. But we're going to end it on a light note. Were you allowed to keep that costume, the rainbow costume there from the Masked Singer?
No.
Why not?
No.
Didn't you keep it?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
And were you singing or was it a lip syncing?
No, I was singing.
That was her.
And was that your favorite song, the Justin Bieber song?
Yeah. All of them. Even the J something one.
Hey.
Yeah, Mikasa.
Hey.
One day when I'm big, I wanna fly a rocket.
I told you were going to get it.
Touch
I told
down
you you were
at
going to
your
get it.
house and we can make you stop for some drinks and some food. Then we head out to the. You don't know the song.
That's perfect.
Ah, Chobi,
I
we
think
don't
that's
know
where we're
your
going to
stuff
end
you're
it.
singing, we
That
know.
is how.
Yeah, we
That
know.
is how we.
Come
on, here we go. I think that's the show.
Yeah.
We can't. You're not going to top it. I don't want you to start singing.
No, I'll teach you Athandwe, all right?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'll teach you Athandwe. Do you know Athandwe?
No, Layla
Oh,
doesn't.
Layla.
Okay, but I can.
Layla.
I can.
Athandwe, sasandya hamba. Athandwe, sizawufonelana kuwe.
That's episode 1.
ingqondo
That's how we close it.
yami.
That is how we close it.
Kuwe
Episode 1, off the
engazophela
bench.
abantu, hamba wena. Hamba wena.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
There we go. Andy,
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Okay.
Sydney Jazz,
Too good.
so
My
good.
takeaway from this, I believe in takeaways. Athandwe, man. Love.
It's beautiful.
You believe in takeaways? No, eat healthy.